I'd like to now introduce Rolland TLLP, who will speak to you. He's from the Waterloo Catholic District School Board. That was all I was going to say, but I learned just before coming into the room that he's also been honored by the Baseball League as a teacher. Now, I don't know if it's North American, but the Blue Jays nominated Rolland of all the submissions that were given as the teacher that they were putting forward to honor. And so I want to especially welcome Rolland and for the achievements he's already received, but the also good
Well, thank you very much. I wasn't going to talk about the All-Star Teacher Competition, but it's out there now, so and it has nothing to do with the TLLP. But since I'm talking about it, I got to represent Canada. Really, I was the Blue Jays All-Star teacher at the All-Star Game, and I was one of 30 teachers because every team got to had a representative. Person representing their team, and I was the Blue Jays rep, so it was an awesome experience and opportunity, and very humbling because I'm as good as the people that I work with, so it's really a compliment to them that I was able to win that award and go to the All-Star Game. But now I'm going to talk to you about my TLLP, and this is my second one that I just finished, and it was very different than my first one. But the learning and the sharing was as amazing as the first one. And I would do another one in a heartbeat if I could. So this is me here with some of my students. And our project this year was, well, it was two-pronged. My partner, Ferdinand Krause, who's sitting up here at the front table, Ferdinand and I wanted to use Chromebooks and do blended learning with our students, and use Google Apps for Education to help with that, and ministry resources and activities. What happened though, Ferdinand was promoted to a 21st Century MIT consultant for our board, so I was working with grade 2s in the classroom, and Ferdinand was taking teachers through professional development, using the Chromebooks to innovate and to move our students forward. So it turned out to be a really amazing experience. The best part that continues to this day is the sharing of the learning. And both Ferdinand and I are constantly sharing using social media and face-to-face interaction with people. And what I put together here was just kind of like a snapshot of the different ways that I've been sharing the entire time and how I continue to share. And it's been a fantastic experience, and I continue to meet new people and to grow. Because when I share my work, people respond to what I'm sharing, and then I ultimately learn more from them and make awesome connections. As I look around this room, there's at least half a dozen people that I met via social media who've interacted with me about my project and my learning. But I would say that the biggest and most amazing thing that happened was that as I was sharing my learning, I applied to the Google Teacher Academy because I thought that I was doing innovative work with my students and with the people I work with. And I was fortunate enough to go to California, just down the street from San Francisco, and visit Google headquarters and participate in their 2-day teacher academy and become a Google certified teacher. And so, but all of that happened because of the opportunity that TLLP gave me. The learning was so dynamic and so engaging that it's just become normal for me to share what I'm doing. And in fact, after I do something with my students or after I learn something new, I feel like I have to share. And so when I don't share, it feels kind of strange. Whereas in the beginning, sharing seemed to be, it seemed like extra work. But really what's happened is it's benefited my practice because it allows me to reflect on what I'm doing, whether it's working, whether it's not working, and then share it regardless. So I like to share as much of what's not working as what is working because I think it's important to acknowledge that what we're doing is a process and not everything just happens automatically. So I've got to share face-to-face at a Google Summit. My sharing got me to the Google Teacher Academy where I met new people and continue to share with them. I share online using YouTube, Twitter, Google+, Voxer. So I'm learning all these new ways to reach new people. And there's a lot of overlap, but it's okay because I'm still connecting with new people and they're connecting back. And so it's a huge learning cycle that continues, and it all started here. And before I finish, I just want to say that when I was in before I went to California, last year, Ann Lieberman said that the TLLP is a dream project. And that quote stuck with me. And I remember emailing Ann and saying that if I ever get to California, I'll come and see you. And so when I was in Mountain View, the first day I had some time to myself, so I drove to Stanford University, and I went and I got a picture with Ann Lieberman in her natural environment. So that was really cool, and I feel bad that she's here with this cold weather, but there are some sacrifices, right, Ann? Anyway, thank you very much for your time.